I was gone too long, true or false? Child. Why my computer busted and I was down for 2 weeks? Okay, the devil trying to surmise me. In the midst of traumatic events, restraint is a weapon because it can be used as a place of refuge and regrouping for Black people to stay alive and plan. Superintendent Rainey Briggs was viciously singled out and physically accosted and showed us a side of conflict we don't often talk about in the Black community, and that's restraint. Oh. That man, the op, claims he had a prior problem with the superintendent and didn't want him to have the satisfaction of shaking his daughter's hand. I can't stand when someone think that we worried about their ugly ass kid. Like, I don't give a fuck about your kid. Like, no shade to the kid, but parents be doing too much for the wrong people. You blurring the baby faces out. You don't want the superintendent to touch your daughter's hand when it's your own family members that are hurting your children. Clock that T. And I know we don't want disrespect to go unpunished. Not you put your hands on me and I'm not going to do anything. But oftentimes, punishing them can feel like we get punished too. Imagine an op is ready to crash out, risk it all right now, and you lose your job, your scholarship, your extracurriculars because you not about to be soft, because you ain't no punk.
What they gonna put on your tombstone? Here lies a man, 27 years old. He died, but he ain't no punk.
I'm not on no non-violent protest like our good Dr. King, but when outnumbered and outgunned, time is a better weapon than your hands. I shudder to think how many other racist hillbillies would have piled on Mr. Briggs if he had have proceeded to beat this man down. But what we often don't talk about with these physical altercations is it's never a fair one. Somebody jumps in, somebody picks up a pow, somebody else starts holding you back. Imagine this man just crawled out the garbage can this morning, and this is the first shower he took all week because he had a fancy graduation to go to, and Superintendent Briggs loses it all for this guy. Way too often, does self-defense villainize Black people. Whether it's Black on Black, white on Black, it doesn't matter. Everybody going to jail. What I mean is when we defend ourselves at the harshest, we are criminalized. At the best, we're still the villain in the story. Like getting arrested for fending off someone who is attacking us. If the superintendent, Rainey Briggs, had broken Matthew's nose, there is no doubt in my mind he would have been escorted out of that graduation ceremony right along, and both of them would have had gotten booked because now he's the villain too. There is no such thing as self-defense for us. A Black superintendent punching someone in the nose and it's on camera? That would not likely have went over well with this district, which is 90.4% white according to an NBC article that I read. And naturally, I'm like, why are you in a 90% white area in the first place? So I kept reading, and Mr. Briggs over there with his biracial family drinking the Kool-Aid. Some Black men want to believe so badly that a proximity to whiteness will save them. And those races show them every time that it don't matter if you in the house or in the field. But the point of this video is restraint allows us time to get our licks back, gives us time to choose what's best, plot, wait, watch, find out where they grandma live at. I mean, how serious is it? Follow the restraining order. Let them watch you shine. What I saw when watching this video was a Black person who clearly understands the art of restraint. Because too easily do we become the angry Black woman or the angry Black man. And it doesn't matter the crimes that the antagonizer posed against us and the violences. And because of the perception, oftentimes, we never make it in front of a judge. It didn't matter that George Zimmerman disobeyed police orders, stalked and attacked a little boy, and upon said boy defending himself, he was shot and unalived. Also, there was a 23-year-old airman in Okaloosa, Florida, who was shot and unalived within 6 seconds of the officer seeing him. The officer, Eddie Duran, states he saw aggression in his eyes and fatally shot him. The young man didn't even say one word, just had a look in his eyes, probably confusion. And that was enough to unalive him because the officer read it as aggression. Anything above docile damsel gives them full-on permission to end our lives. And again, I'm not on no nonviolence, turn the other cheek. I'm on some plot, plan, and conspire. Be gracious and patient, best revenge is your paper.
Always stay gracious, best revenge is your paper.
Because knowing the aggression and unprovoked violence that racism produces, it feels like a trap. Now, if we had a fair one, in the criminal justice system where black people are understood and supported and defending themselves, sure, why not? Whack for whack. Whack them right in the back. Show them who's boss. But to complicate our lives over simple disputes must be talked about. When I was 19, my friend, who was also 19 or maybe 20, he was real good with his hands. And he was in an altercation. And he was getting the best of them. And the other people or person pulls out a pow-pow. And my friend is not here anymore. That ended his life. That retaliation. That altercation. This superintendent showed real restraint, and now he gets to apply for other jobs, move his family to Philadelphia, sue the man for everything he's worth, or do nothing at all. Time is always the best weapon, and giving ourselves time is the best form of self-defense. I'm the chaplain of culture, here to expand ideas and grind your gears. But as always, I promise you're going to have a good time. And I'll see you next time. Bye.